Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
Yup. What up? It's your boy Quest. Y'all already know what it is. Welcome to another edition. Yeah, I'm on one today, D, of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. Shouts out to all the listeners as usual. Let me introduce my co-host, my man, my mellow man. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together. Get up out your seats for my dude, L. David Harris.
Oh, you talk about me? You talk about me? Yo, you can take hood dudes out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them.
Nah, it's resonant. It's resonant.
What up, man?
It's resonant. We don't let it go. And here's the funny thing. They're going to find out today.
They're going to find out. Y'all going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. Now, seriously, we're going to find out today what happened when you don't, you know what I'm saying, when you don't clean that hood.
Yeah, well, let me just put this one in here because class is in session.
Yeah, sit down. Welcome. Get you your pen and your pencil and your pad out. Yeah, man, because we've been known to drop a nugget or two. We've been known.
Yeah,
Yep. Let me tell you something. This is a new season for the kid. I'm learning so much, and I'm learning so much through my children, especially.
Uh-huh.
It's funny. My wife tends to be a high nurturer when it comes to, I should have before. I'm stuck now. Because my wife is a high nurturer when it comes to the boys. And she's realizing and understanding that this is the season where she's going to, I'm telling you, man, D, just let God do what God do. Just let him do it. You ain't got to fight nobody. You ain't got to just go before him in prayer. Let him know what your wants and wishes are. And then I got 2 boys and I got to raise them properly. One is about to be 11 and the next one is about to be 8. You know what I'm saying? And so Nico goes to school yesterday and they're not allowed to bring their Chromebooks home anymore. So he goes to the class and gets it. He does the news for the school on Wednesday mornings, broadcaster. They don't fall far, I promise you. And so he's doing the news, but before he does that, until it's news time, he goes to his class, gets his thing, and comes back. So the teacher asks him, like, Nico, did you bring your Chromebook home? Right? Now, I'm sure she saw him when he came in there because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's before everybody else gets to school because they don't start until 9:15. Felt like a setup to me, but that's a whole nother story. So Nico goes, no, I went to the classroom, got my Chromebook, and I'm sitting here. And then he goes, in true Nico fashion, like, is there anything else? Right? And so he walks off after that. She calls his teacher. And of course they had, you know what I'm saying? And then I get the message at home that he was being disrespectful at school. Then I told him when we got home, I said, Nico, in front of his mom, I was just like, yo, I want to believe you as to how it went down. And it probably went down that way, but I don't know whether to go to bat for you or not, because sometimes you have a tendency to lie to me. And I can't go to bat for you and find out that you lying for me on the back end, because now you're going to make me look crazy. Right? So that's the first part of it. We're now in this place and space, D, where the writing is on the wall now. And so I put some systems in place. Remember, when you're inefficient in a particular area, put a system in place or earn the right to hire somebody to do it for you. Right? These are my children, so I'm going to deal with it. And I put a system in place. There's stuff that they leave in the lawn sometimes when they finish playing, and they got my house looking crazy at the end of the day. Don't pick your stuff up. Because the next morning I'm driving out, I see a football in the grass, I see a pole up the way, I see sticks, I see all kinds of toys, rollerblades, bikes left out. And we live in a neighborhood where all the kids play together and all the parents live together and they all stay together via the Ring app. So we know stuff that's going on. Another parent was dealing with the same thing. They leaving Oreo wrappers in the grass and stuff. So I said this to Nico and Mason, do me a favor, make sure that your stuff is picked up. At the end of the day, if I go out here the next morning, you're just going to take a day in grounding. Because they the type of kids, they don't really be in the house too much. They like to be outside. So there was one point where Faith was like, well, babe, they can't be responsible all the time because sometimes when they come inside, the kids are still outside playing. The other kids are still outside playing. Why are they playing in my yard if Nico and Mason is not out there? That's what I want to know. Number one. Number two, we need to put them in position to say to their friends, listen, make sure you take all of this stuff up, or when they finish playing, go out there and return to what needs to be returned, because now we're teaching them a level of responsibility. It didn't hit home for her until he went to school and got in trouble. And I was like, Faith, I get it, because the same thing that he does there, he does it here at home. She was like, okay, well, let's have this conversation and let's put these things in play. Here's the funny thing. No argument, D. No fight. Yeah. No nothing.
Yeah, Josiah was home with me from he was born.
Yeah.
Until he was 2, and then he was home with Simone and I.
Mm-hmm.
Until he was 2, and then
you're good. It was,
and then he's almost 13 now.
Yeah. So
guess who can say what he want to say? That would be me, because I didn't miss a moment, and I trained. I'm not talking about Simone. I won't even get into the Simone part. I'm talking about me and my responsibility. I trained that boy. I trained him right.
Yep.
And so when I say I'm going to take it to the curb next time and let the sanitation people waste my money that I spent good on the things that I gave you, he looks at me and he knows I ain't playing.
Yo, it's
because it's time to pay the piper to be responsible. So it's on you.
It's funny because now in this season they know. He caught it the other day. Brush your teeth, wash your face. My man tells me but I'm getting dressed. I kindly touch him by his beater, and I kind of take him into the bathroom. Put him in front of the sink. I said, brush your teeth and wash your face.
And
I just stopped there and looked at him for a moment. And he attempted to, and I was like,
yeah.
And he was like, nothing. Went back to brush teeth and wash. Next morning comes, he tries to do it again. I don't even say a word. Just hold him by the arm, bring him in the bathroom. One morning he did it, didn't wash his face. Right? And I said, did you wash your teeth, brush your teeth? Yes, I did. Meanwhile, he's cleaning coal out of his eye. I said, so I thought you washed your face. Take a day. My man was in sorrow yesterday because he couldn't go outside. He couldn't play video games. He couldn't watch no tablet. Couldn't watch no phone. And he had to go. We were downstairs watching TV. I said, what are you doing? Sent him right up to his room. Why? Because we raising men around here.
That's it.
And they have to be responsible. A lot of what we see in today outside, as far as men are concerned in their decision making, is because their fathers did not realize the stuff that they needed to do in the small areas. If you can't do it, I told him, I said, if you lie to me, if you lie to yourself, you'll lie to everyone else.
You know what, Josiah, I just say, like, at this point, because I know what his temperament is. I know what his behavior style is, and it's strong. So, years ago, I stopped a certain kind of discipline because it won't help him.
Come on.
Right? So I stopped that. But 3 weeks ago, there's something that we've been dealing with over and over and over and over and over and over. And he would come and then give me an excuse. And I would just call it. And I'd be like, okay, I hear what you're saying. That's an excuse. You see how I'm talking to you right now? Same way. That's an excuse. What I need you to do is take responsibility, because you come in here always flexing your muscles and doing push-ups in front of me because you want to be a man. You keep telling me all the man stuff, and I'm like, so now you need to show responsibility, right? So here what? Good. Next day, talking the same mistake, and if you want to call it excuses. I said, so you're saying I'm supposed to just take this? That's what you're telling me? I'm supposed to just take it. So whatever way how you want to live, whatever way how you want to behave, I'm supposed to just accept that.
Yeah.
And he was like, ding, like what? And so, and I said, I don't. And I walked away. So boom, it's time for what we do in the evening. And the dude is standing at attention. He wouldn't even sit in his chair. Bro, I've never, ever, that's never been a thing. Like I got BMOD training. That's not a thing. Like, Simone was like, why is he standing there? I was like, maybe he's paying amends in his brain. I don't know. I didn't ask him to stand nowhere. The dude would not move from close to me, standing at attention for like 30 minutes. And I'm thinking, what? I have literally never, because to me, that's a silly thing to do for a parent to do something like that. But in his brain, he didn't know how to recover because he knew that I had disdain for his irresponsible behavior. And when I asked him if I'm supposed to just accept that, and he said no, and I pushed, he didn't know how to process it. And I didn't make it easy for him. I just let him stand there. I didn't ask him why he was standing there.
Yep.
Looking awkward. There was something inside of him that said, oh, I stepped in it this time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it clicked that day.
They want the connection.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose the connection. But when I start letting them know, and I don't want to use it as a beating stick, but when I want, like, yo, I have no interest in until you get that done. Because when I don't,
That's
I'm
right.
sending the message to you that that's okay. And I ain't doing that.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
In my field, that was called negative reinforcement, meaning whatever the poor behavior was, if that allowed them to be removed from that ongoing activity, then they were reinforced. And that's negative reinforcement. And I'm like, I ain't about that life. So you can kick and scream and spit and roll around on the ground, but I'm going to return you to what we call the continuous required activity.
Yep. And
It's
that's exactly
what it is.
And that's exactly what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Like in the mornings now, when I get up, there's some things that I might do because, we do the masterminds and stuff. And right after that, I might want to do one or two things here in the office. But I was like, nope, 7 o'clock. I even had to put the alarm on now so it could trigger my brain to say, yep, no, put this down. We'll come back to this later. 7 o'clock, you got to be in there like a drill sergeant, out the bed, no dressing in here. Then I got to come back after they finish in the bathroom, getting dressed because they'll play together sometimes. So I got to be like, no. There's a time and a place for everything under the sun. I even got it down to a point now. And it was so funny yesterday. I said to him, in the mornings from now on, it's devotion because he's a Pathfinder now. The law is for me to keep the morning watch, do my honest part, care for my body, all the way down to the end, right? So if morning watch is the first thing that today in the mornings when you're getting ready, I want you downstairs by this time and in your devotion by this time. And I don't want TV on after the devotion. I don't want no games on after, no electronics. And I said it right in front of his mom because I wanted her to understand, like, for real, it's a new day. It's a new day. No. So wait, Daddy, let me ask. I'm like, no electronics in the morning, TV, tablet, phone, or anything else. All morning watch,
clear,
devotion, sit and think until we go through the door. So wait, Daddy, let me get this straight. But I said, what part is there to? So I just looked at him. He's like, no worries, I get it.
Yeah, it's clear.
Because he's trying to tell me now, give me all the excuses as to why he wants to. And I was like,
he can want to, but that's okay.
Enough. I told you what it was, and that's it. It's a new day.
Yeah. It's simple. It's simple stuff, and we have to give our children, the privilege. What is going on with the electricity up in here? Give them the privilege of, what I want to say, making decisions not under duress.
So here's the funny thing. Because somebody think that we just talking about children, right? I want to make the switch. There are moments where you are doing one thing that you just simply want to do because this is what you want to do, that's not conducive to your lifestyle. Okay, let me just, it's not conducive to your marriage.
Uh-huh.
It's not necessarily something that will cause divorce, but it is something that is not conducive to your marriage. And if you keep continuing to do it, knowing it may bring you very well down there, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the reason why boundaries are so important.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I'm going to leave that right there because we're going to come back and deal with it. I want to dive completely in it because I forgot to ask you, how's things on the island?
Well, we're good, you know. We're good. We're good. So hear what up now. Hear what up now. When I was in the U.S., right, in America, and I there eat my lunch, right? This lady said if I wanna have some kind of reward card, and I said no, miss, me no need that. No, me never said so. I said no, thank you. I do not need that because I do not live in America.
I don't live in America.
And she said, where you live? I said, I live in Jamaica. Here are. But you don't talk Jamaican. Talk Jamaican then. I said, talk Jamaican. What do you mean by talk Jamaican?
Yeah, how you do that?
I told you I live in Jamaica, so I don't want a reward card. You know what I didn't say, Quest?
Yeah.
Woman never did tell her. Me never did tell her, you're a waitress. You don't talk waitress. Go get my mashed potatoes. That's what I was thinking, but I never tell her that.
You don't say that though. That would not be nice.
But I'm saying, so how you go get my mashed potatoes? That's what me order, and that me want. Me no want the discussion and a whole pot chat about if me a Jamaican and me not live in Jamaica. That's all I'm have to say.
That's it.
That's it.
Now that we're done with that one, I'm good. I'm back.
Life is life.
Life is life. Bruh,
Yo,
these people give me too much material. That's all I got, man.
Too much. So talk to me, D. We on this topic this morning. What's that topic?
Yeah, these vows be confusing me, man. Listen
There's a lot
to
of
me.
people who say that.
Listen to me, bro. If you are married and you made your vow to be married, and I'm not going to read through a list of things, but you know what that means. Mm-hmm. That's your business between you, your spouse, the creator, and the witnesses.
Yeah.
You see, that's your business. Now, if you put your business in the street, now it's our business. You follow where I'm going with this?
Yep.
So if you put your business in the streets, then that means you are asking for people to talk about and be welcomed into your business. Now, the Smiths, Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith.
Yep. William.
They made a vow.
Yep.
According to them. I don't know, or I should say as according to them. I don't know. But that's what they said. And so good. That's your business. But now it's in the streets and you brought it there. Now, the vow that's confusing me is if you're on the TV and the internet and in the media saying that everything is everything, and like everybody else, you have your challenges, but we good and y'all bunned up in the media. And then at a time you say that you're having open something like open marriage or something like that. And then circle back now and say from 2016, you've been broken up. And then a lot of little stuff in between, like who is sexing who, because both of them seem like she sex a young boy. Not when I say young boy, I don't mean baby, like not illegal, but she's doing that, and then look
Grown.
like he in
his 20s. She grown. She could be his mother.
Yeah, and then look like he will have whoever his chicks on the side were. So the two of them are, doing who knows what, all the while saying things are good. Now, you could probably say that they said at different points that something wasn't right. But again, I really normally wouldn't concern myself with the thing because it's not my business. But you put it in the streets, and now our children, our young people are watching this and could be confused like this is somehow a standard. Like I have heard people that I personally know say that they are no longer together because they want to keep their love and friendship fresh. And I'm like, where do you get that kind of a discussion? You are divorced, and so you can keep your friendship fresh.
Fire.
You see, so these vows be confusing me in the sense that, like, if you're not together from 2016, if indeed that is the case, then why are you in the media trying to tell us that everything's Gucci? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my business until you make it my business. Now I'm upset because I'm listening to this rubbish and my kids are listening. Not my kids, but you see what I'm saying? Like, I do a youth Bible class. People are watching this stuff. So what is real? Like, what is it for real? Like, what is it?
So you know what I'm on, D. I'm especially where we come from. It ain't no future in no fronting.
Pause.
Right? It ain't no future in fronting. Why are you fronting? Why are you fronting like everything is okay? Why are you fronting like you're a unicorn? Why are you fronting like you know what I'm saying? Superhuman. Everybody, and I mean everybody, got issues.
Okay.
Okay. Here. So let me just dispel the first rumor, because people like, if I just make this 100 grand, if I just make this 500 grand, if I just make this $1 million, then everything will be all right.
Everything like what?
Yeah, exactly. No, you just 500 grand richer with 500 grand issues now.
Yeah.
You just $1 million richer with $1 million issues now. So money don't fix money problems. Let me just be the first one to tell you, right? Who you are in terms of an individual, how you think, and a mindset fixes those problems. So we can agree Jada and Will got money, so you can see that money don't fix
two of them are papered out.
Oh, they papered out.
Yeah.
They papered out, right? So that just lets you know that it's not the money, right? We got a tons of examples. Dr. Dre, Bill and Melinda Gates, Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Do I need to go on? You know what I'm saying? Right? So we already know. This got a lot to do with brokenness, and I think you and I spoke about it earlier on, and the need to front like everything is okay. And here's the funny thing. Everybody didn't even have to know.
That's my only point, bro. For the vows part, yes, I'll come to that. But the part where you made it my business by putting it out there, not that I watch them, because I don't really even watch them like that. But once in a while, the thing crosses my social media. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock.
I was just going there.
You know what I mean? Will Smith slapped some other dude that looked like he was coming on to him. Jada Pinkett Smith got something with Pac. Like, so you're making it my business now.
But D, here's the thing that really rubbed me concerning that same situation, right? Was the fact that, when it comes to Faith Green, B, there's a lot of stuff I'll take. Don't play with my kids. Don't play with my money. Don't play with my wife.
Keep my wife's name out Joe mouth.
Now the sentiment was right, because I'm telling you, you move in faith. Do you even look like you looking at her wrong? I'm coming for you.
Nah,
and I'm coming for you with the whole of everything of my socialization. I'm coming with it. Pause. I'm telling you, I don't play when it comes to me. You could talk, you could say whatever, as long as you don't put your hands on me. Then we got a different situation, right? So I was with him when Chris was in the thing and taking shots and making, like, for real. I'm like, yo, they in this event, like, he talking crazy. I don't know if that's permissible with them. Okay, cool. That kind of stuff don't rock with me. So when
I thought Will was soft, but anyway, but I get the concept.
The concept
of if there is an offense, then maybe you should talk to him. But walking up on the stage,
when my man dealt with it, I was like, I don't know if I'd have necessarily dealt with it on TV, live TV. I would have saw you backstage and pow. You know what I'm saying?
Will soft, bro.
But
anyway,
we could say that. We could say that, right? But I thought it was like, oh, this might be my man, like, really changing the way he, because you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
so
you giving them that news blind,
I'm
blind.
call it what
'Cause-
you want to, but I saw it and I felt the sentiment of what he was doing. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But not to make a long story short, after you see this now and your wife, the same chick that you did this for, is coming on TV now and saying y'all been divorced since 2016. I was like, oh, come on.
And
Y'all killing
she
me.
been sunning the dude from day one. Now I'm not making him a victim because Will ain't no victim. Will ain't no victim.
He not no victim.
But all I'm saying is, if your thing is broken or it's not broken, don't make it my business by putting it out in the street. Because now I'm questioning what in the world is with these vows. Like Simone is on that wedding flex. She used to do she was a wedding coordinator. And when we first got married, she was like, so-and-so invited us to a wedding. So-and-so invited us to a wedding. I said, all right, here what? I'm going to give you a couple of them, right? But I don't like going to people's wedding. And it's not because I think something's wrong with the wedding, but I know most of the time it's not going to stick. I'm not buying nothing. I'm not going to wear nothing special for you to go up there and lie. And then when you finish lying, go party with your name. And then in 6 months' time, cash it in. But I'm okay. Like, I'm busy.
It's people looking at this right now. And I want everybody to be clear on what we're doing, right? Will and Jada are human beings, and they are people just like me and you. So are we hot? Yeah, we hot. I understand that they are people and mistakes are being made and all of this other good stuff. Hence the reason why we're creating the community called Connect, a greenhouse singles community. That's a shameless plug right there.
That was exceptional, actually. That one, I wasn't even ready for that.
You know what I'm saying? That's shameless, though.
I could usually see it coming, but that one I didn't even see coming.
That's shameless.
And that's the reason why we have Connect, a greenhouse singles community.
Bro, I'm just telling you why. Because I understand that you need to be developed before you go into marriage. Because if you ever make it as a couple to the places and spaces they make it to the point where you're an influence, not only in your own community, but communities across the globe. Like, Will is not a superstar that is just an American. He is a global superstar.
No, he's an actual superstar, like an actual superstar.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not just in here. So then, of course, with that, everybody knows who your wife is because, once again, they've been in the street with it. When you talk that talk, there are people. We had shouts out to Joseph Wilson, man, from Unscripted Love, who was on the community meeting with us the other night, where he talked about conscious bias, right? Unconscious. I'm sorry, unconscious bias. Where you believe or see a particular thing that connects with you in terms of the way that you're feeling, and you read articles, you listen to podcasts, you look at interviews, all that are in alignment with that thing that you're feeling, not taking into consideration that there might be some opposing arguments, right? Opposing information that might be enlightening, painful, but enlightening to what you're feeling, right? And so sometimes when you put that kind of rhetoric out there in the public eye, people who are feeling like that and knowing that there is opposing ideas, opposing information that may cause you to do the right thing, but because you have this to hold on to, and because it's Jada Pinkett Smith, and because she's an influencer, and because she's got Red Table Talk, and because she's married to Will Smith, it's almost as if it's truth, and it's not. And people are paying the price because of it.
And let me just say, like, Jada is one of my big sister homegirls' friend. And because of who I'm talking about, the woman I'm talking about, if that's her friend, then likely if I knew Jada, that would be my homegirl. Now, I don't know nobody personally that's Will's homeboy, so I can't really talk about Will, right? So this isn't personal because I don't even know these people. But I'm just looking at what is out because you put it out, and the journey that you're taking single people and young people who don't know left from right, up from down, and are trying to make informed decisions about relationships and marriage. And so your responsibility is where my problem is. Where to whom much is given, Quest,
It's required.
much is required. I should have said that at the head of the program, so it doesn't look like I just got my whatever in a bunch, right? It's not that, because again, I don't know them, and from a media perspective, I couldn't care less because I don't got time to watch it. But from an influence perspective, and now you and me and other people like us have to pick up the pieces because they are not clear on what the difference between media, games, and other stuff and reality is. And so we got to whittle away, break down walls based on the rubbish that responsible people or people with responsibility are pushing into the media.
David, let me tell you something. God put me in the place and space of this thing called marriage for a particular reason, and I'm starting to understand a whole lot deeper why. You said something the other day when we were in the mastermind, and you said that our individual success, our personal success is so tied to the success of our marriage.
It is. I'm talking about you and me in particular.
Yes, me and you in particular.
Yes.
Imagine if we got caught out there running around town with some big body thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we would be in trouble. And our business would go right with it. Why? Because people would be like, oh, they frauds.
Just like what we talking about now, you think? Like what we saying?
Oh, come on, bro. They that's what's happening to Jada and Will right now. You fronted. And now you got people talking about mute Jada. Like, yo, for real. I don't want nothing to destroy the way that you make your money. But when you sit down to do a red table talk, and if y'all ever talk around the stuff that you're talking about right now, people are gonna be like,
yeah,
side eye. And that damages your followers. It damages your views. You want to be as authentic as you possibly could be. But when you spoke to responsibility a while ago, and this is the reason why I'm saying development is so important. Who you are as an individual, because all marriages should be focused on the love, lifestyle, and legacy. You should. The love you got for one another, the lifestyle you create around it, and what you pass on to your kids and other people who are looking at you as a reference point.
You know, somebody. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was saying, but the foundation is so important because it's who you are as an individual that affect those three areas, right? So if they were having problems in 2016, or if they had gotten to a point where, because obviously she can sit there and tell you that, yeah, some stuff is wrong. Some stuff is wrong, but you made a vow. What are you going to do about it? You've been living apart from each other. If you're going to get divorced, then go ahead and get divorced. But don't tell people that we divorced in body, but we ain't divorced on paper. You sending mixed signals as to what this thing is called. Don't do that.
I want to give a shout out to, and I wasn't planning this, Quest. You know, I go to the A regular. Yeah. I go to the A regular, and I want to shout out Derek and Sonia McCullum. Right?
Oh, good peoples, bro.
Yeah, they're marriage menders. The marriage menders. Like, I'm not on that competition, so I don't have no problem shouting them out. And I'm going to tell you why I'm shouting them out, right? They're my big bro and big sis, right? Yeah. Homeboys from Philly, and Sonia's from what's that part of Brooklyn when you push up East New York, when you go up Linden? Yeah. So she's from East New York, right? So these are people that's been through some things, and they're married, right?
Good peoples, man. Know them well.
What people used to say sometimes was they share too much about their marriage, the ups and the downs, right? But hear what I respect about them. They shared the ups and the downs, and they did have a lot of public discussion about whatever they were going through. But they have committed themselves to building and mending marriages. You see the difference? So my thing is it's not really, when I say it's not my business and then you put it out in the streets and now you got me all in my feelings. Well, no, but there's a solution with people like the marriage menders. Shout again to Derek and Sonia McCullum. So it's about solutions. It's not just about dragging your stuff out in the street and then just leaving people to die based on all of this poor behavior and bad press and whatever it is. And it sounds so genuine, bro. And maybe it is. Maybe it is. But think of the responsibility you have to the people that are listening to you about how vows should and should not go.
D, I'm learning, right, as I grow spiritually. It's a text that, let me scratch that. Call sin by its rightful name.
Pause.
Call wrong by its rightful name.
Yeah.
Because they tried to make it sweet when they said that, like, for real, she had an entanglement. Then people will say, you see the confusion now? Well, they were living separately, so it really don't count. They were still married.
What's an entanglement? What is that?
You asking me? It's a sweet way to say that you was having an affair.
Okay. Well, Will's had a bunch of entanglements, but why it's called entanglement? I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? We was trying to give it a sweet name?
I guess.
Publicists, let me tell you, that's the kind of thing that publicists help you do when you made a public spectacle of a particular situation and they trying to do damage control now.
Yeah, I used to do that for a living, but there's no way.
You had an entanglement.
Yeah, no, it's not. And again, is it my business? For those who are just tuning in, I really couldn't care two hooks about it. But what I'm saying is if you put it in the street, then people like us, now I'll add people like the marriage menders, people like Joe. What's Joe's business and brand again? Same Joe that's your man?
Who?
That came on the other night. You said something about
Unscripted Love.
Unscripted Love, like people like us who are out here trying to give assistance in these areas. It makes it more difficult, is all I'm saying. Not because people make mistakes. We make mistakes. Not because you make poor decisions. We make poor decisions at times.
We do.
But because now you, with your influence, are making it, it's almost like you're a standard now because of your influence. What if we start talking slick, Quest? There was a time that we were in the top 2.5% of all podcasts in America, or in the world, excuse me, not America. Top 2.5% of all podcasts in America. And then we come in here, start talking slick about marriage in a bad way. What have we done with that responsibility?
We've thrown pearls to swine. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Remember the old AOL?
Yes, I do remember that. Goodbye.
I'm telling you, bro.
So Lord, help us to, when we are having our challenges, when we are learning, when we make mistakes, if we're going to be in the public eye, don't let it be a stain on the vow of marriage. Let it be that we made our errors. Let it be that we are seeking solutions. Let it be that we have found solutions. And this is how you can avoid the mess that we put ourselves in. And then how you can rebuild if you're still committed to your spouse. Don't let it be salacious. Don't let it be book sales. Don't let it be more press, more media. Don't let it be that you're having your therapy sessions in the public eye rather than in the session where it can be of most value and use to you. Just be responsible with your, like your man used to say, your sapasadilly. Shout to Nico.
D, let me tell you, and for the love of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, get yourself developed. If you know that there's an area, because here's the funny thing, we play basehead games with ourselves like we don't know what's going on in our own. You know you're not healthy in a particular area. You know, and you know because you keep getting the same results in this particular area every time and time again. People are telling you. If you're not telling you, people are telling you, and they're not coming out and might not say it direct, but you're getting the messages that let you know that this particular area is not working for you. And if you don't get it fixed, you're going to alienate people. Do me a favor, get the development you need, because some people are getting into a relationship, and it's funny. How do you get married on the road to divorce? Yeah, I said it.
I don't think I understood what you just said, though.
How do you get married on the road to divorce?
You got me, bro. I don't even know what you're saying to me right now.
So let me say this. Some people get married and you know you unhealthy in a particular area and you refuse to face the thing that you know is unhealthy. And if you don't face it, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but at some point, if you don't kill that thing, it's going to kill your marriage. How do you get married on the road to divorce?
Sounds like when we got that certification, the Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. assessment certification. Yeah. Yep, that's heavy. So, yeah, again, if I were able to talk to Will, if I were able to talk to Jada, I would probably say the same thing, but I wouldn't just leave it there. That's the thing. I wouldn't just leave it there. I would go where I'm saying that since they're in the public eye and since they're dragging their business out in the street, nobody's dragging it out for them, then help with the solutions out here, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, and the people that are closest to them, if you love them and if they love you.
Yeah.
Because like I said, because I don't want nobody walking away from here saying we was trying to drag them. We ain't trying to drag them.
How could I?
I love the both of them, man. They are part of some shows that were a part of my upbringing. Different World, you know what I'm saying? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched those shows when I was coming up. Those were like my shows when I was coming up, right? And to see them get to the place of notoriety that they're in right now, all for it to come all crumbling down. Bill, as E would say, build up with one hand and tearing down with the next. Like for real, if you know that you're close to them, and I know D, we probably 1 or 2 degrees of separation from them.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, I know in the hip hop community we definitely are. And
Yep.
I told you, my homegirl is actually she and her mommy's friend.
Yeah.
My big sis friend. They're friends.
And I'm
friends,
saying-
like homies.
Yep. And I'm saying if you friends or you like for real, you couldn't be a marriage that was close to me or a friend of mine. And I don't say, yo, you need help. Let me help you.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't be my homie and be in that kind of, you need help, bro. And you could be mad at me for saying it, but I love you enough to say it. You need help. Let me help. Or you don't want me. Let me connect you with some of my peoples that can help you.
Yeah. That's it. So I wish much success to both of them.
Word.
And Lord, just save their children, because children are a product of our decisions.
Man.
Of our decisions, and so only wish success. But these vows do be confusing me, the kind of vows that some people take and make. And yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't. That's all I got on it, man. That's all I got on it.
Man.
That's all I got on that one, Quest. So yeah, you got something super hyper intelligent to wax on?
Not super hyper intelligent. It's the routine from shaky to good, from good to great. Ultimately, what we want is phenomenal marriages, but that don't just happen. It takes work. So do it. Work.
That's it.
Stay focused.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.
Word up.